So I'm going to hold these today while we do our 1 minute for peace. No, we're going to do 2 minutes apparently. Let's do 2 minutes. So ground yourself. Feet shoulder hip distance apart. Bend your knees, smile on your face. Tuck your chin in a little bit. Tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. Follow the sound of the chimes if you can hear them. Deep inside, close your eyes. Feel the connection of the earth and the heaven throughout your body. Peace just pouring into you. And what if we allow ourselves to realize there's unlimited amount of peace, happiness, joy, contentment, and gratitude available to you at any moment. We just have to be aware of it and allow that light to come in. That peace to saturate your systems, your tissues. And then slowly bring your hands down and start bouncing from your knees. I'm going to go hang these up. I'll be right back. We bounce from the knees, okay? So breathe in through the nose. Let your spine be nice and straight. Tuck your chin in a little bit. Elbows come out. Spread your fingers. Close your eyes as much as you can throughout the practice. Touch the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. We do that to connect our front channel with our back channel, two main energy channels in the body. And what happens is that these two, when we keep them clear and freely flowing, and Master Lin says that chi flows at 100,000 times the speed of light. Thank you, Joanne. It's a joy to practice with you too. And I want to thank the comments that I'm being too quiet. So I will endeavor to be a little closer to the speaker today and project my voice. Awesome. Let's take our hands over our heads. And so if we can have unlimited amount of happiness, joy, peace, contentment, gratitude available to us all the time, and we just need to be aware of it, that feels like a good stress relief right there. So welcome to, whatever day are we, 4 of Spring Forest Qigong, where we're bringing in 14 days for stress release. Hi, Isabel. Good morning. You're welcome. You're welcome. I was glad to get on right away today, too. We've got sun this morning. Yay. Maybe tomorrow you won't see the canoe in the living room. Maybe we'll get it out today. All right, so we've got our hands, we're bouncing. We're going to bring our hands down slowly. Hi, Maria. Maria actually lives near me, not here at the cabin, but at home. So, yay. And let your shoulders just soften. So you're just going to let them go. And then what we're going to do is let them hang there and then allow a little breeze to come up and just whoosh, lift up your elbows. And we'll go side to side. Some days you need more bouncing. That can be your relaxation. You can just do that throughout the day. Maybe you're sitting at work a lot. Maybe you can get your coworkers to do it if you're in a place, an actual office. Say, break time. Let's get up. Teach them some Qigong. It's got to help the whole business and everybody in it. I love that idea. All right, let's release down. So we're doing, let's see, we did, the first day we did moving of yin and yang. That was for helping support our liver system. The second day we did breathing of the universe to help support the heart system. Yesterday we did, remember, connecting heaven and earth, and that supports the stomach system. And today we're going to do a new one called connecting with your body's energy. And everybody, I don't know anyone who doesn't like this one. You're bringing in contentment, you're releasing sadness, depression, anxiety, and it's one where it's like, oh, is it over already? So this one might have been a little challenging, but really, 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 really important. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Lily. Awesome to see you all. Wow. Nice group on a Saturday morning. Hi, Susan. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we just did our bouncing. Now we're going to do tapping and cupping, but I want to do just one shoulder shrug to remind you how to do them. We just lift the shoulders up, and then you can do these on your own. Sets of 3, 6, or 9. And then we bring our head back and we scrunch back a little bit. Just like you're trying to glue two puffy balls together. And you don't want them totally flat, so you're just going to have enough pressure that that glue can set. And we just hold for about 9 seconds, and then we release the shoulders down and the head comes up. And I was getting quiet again, so I'm projecting here. I'm practicing projecting. And then a new thing Master Lin added on last year during a healing connection is to pull the shoulders down. And that brings a good release of tension from the neck and the shoulders, and then you release that up. All right? So you can do more of those later. Remember, these are things you can do throughout the day. Okay, now we'll do the rest of the tapping and cupping. So we tap the cheekbones, and you can use your fingertips or your knuckles. My knuckles don't quite fit because my glasses are too big. So, but you want to get as to the rim, close to the rim of the eye socket. And then you move your hands up to the beginning of the eyebrows, like right at the beginning here, close to the bridge of your nose. And you tap here. And both of these and all of these, we want to do firmly yet gently. So you want to be able to feel the vibration. If you can feel it in the other side of the body or down to the toes or top of the head, then yeah, you're doing it right. Now cup your hands a cup, not flat. Cup the top of your head, leaning forward a little bit. Cup the base of your head. Wake up the nervous system. Get that brain going. Come down to your C7, the bump at the base of the neck, and massage this or do a pinch and release. Hi, Tune. Happy morning to you. Awesome. And then we're going to do the series for the heart and lungs. We start with clapping. Cup the inside of the left elbow and the right side. And then underarm. Now when we go underarm here, we want to take this hand and put it behind our head. And then opposite. And let's do that 2 more sets today. Clapping. Cupping the inside of the elbows. Cupping under the arms. And if you've got any kind of congestion or you feel a cold coming on, I would suggest doing this for 5 minutes at a time or more. You can do 10, you can do 20, or you can just do it anytime you start coughing or feel, yucky. That's the term. That's the scientific term, when you feel yucky. Oh, I don't know how that happened. That was cool. Celebration. I love that. All right. So we did that. Now let's go and say hello to our kidneys. Rub with the backs of your hands. Leaning forward a little bit again, and the palms of the hands. And come down to the tailbone and tap your tailbone area. And you can go up and down a little bit. Not right on the bone though. So listen to your body. Just the tailbone area, but not directly on a bone. Hi, Pam. Good morning. From Madison. Excellent. Come down to your knees. You can't see me, but you know where your knees are. We're cupping the front of the knees, and then we cup the backs of the knees. Both sides left and right. And come up on your toes and down on your heels. You're not that far. Drive up to the cabin, come visit us. Oh, except we're going to be out of town. We're going to Rhinelander today. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Haha. Love this group. So amazing. All right, so let's just take a big breath in and feel as if you're bringing up energy from the earth, and take in the energy from here. We have a beautiful lake. You probably can't see it out there. And then let it sink down through you. And as you do that, you start to feel flutterings. And we get into beginning of the universe position. Feet, shoulder, hip distance apart. Spine nice and straight. Knees bent, shoulders softened. Elbows lift up. Fingers spread on purpose, and the toes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Activating 12 meridians in the body when we do that. And release almost all the way. Tuck your chin in. That smile joyfully comes up on your face. Start my internal love engine. Tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. Chin's in. And you feel yourself going between being and not being, between form and light. Chi, which is energy with intelligence. That's our life force. And notice how you're balancing on your body. How are you balancing on your feet? Now I am leaning forward a little bit today. I feel like I'm almost on the balls of my feet. So I'm just going to notice and invite balance. And as I invite balance, it's like the muscles in my lower leg and then my knee and thighs have just changed a bit. I'm sinking down lower and my heels are back on the floor. So experiment with that. And now we'll say the password, I'm in the universe. The universe is in my body. The universe and I combine together, bringing in our intention as a community for stress relief. And then pour in your intentions as you connect to what's most divine for each and every one of you. Now what we're going to do with this movement is we bring our hands together like this. Hang on one second, I just want to put the timer. If you know how to do this, you can go ahead and do it. Oops, sorry. All right, so we want to have our hands together like this. So all the fingers are touching the opposite, and you make a little heart shape. See how that makes a heart shape? And so we're standing here, and hold your weight on your left foot. And then just pick up your right foot and take it out another half a step. And then come down. I'm going to move my camera a little bit again, so you can see me a little better. So I was on my left foot, moved over a half a step, and came down. That's a little bit too far now. Okay. Yeah. And then you take your arms, you've got your elbows out, and you can lift them up slowly and down, and see when you get to a point where they just hold themselves in place. And that'll be in front of your lower dantian. The lower dantian is behind the navel, 2 or 3 inches. So this is what it looks like from the side. Okay, like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in, and we're going to let our body shift, the body's weight shift to the left side, maximum 70% of your weight. And you can hold it there for a few seconds, and then you allow your out breath to guide you as you shift your weight to the right. Again, you could hold that for a few seconds. And just start going back and forth like you're gliding. And you may want to do the coming up and going down, and that's perfectly good too. What does it feel like for you today? Hi, Christine. And for those of you that are here and have been here before, just let the chi direct you. If you're just starting out, start out with back and forth. Kind of like you've got sandpaper, and you're just the finest sandpaper, right? And you're just polishing, or maybe it's just the polishing rag with polishing liquid. And you're just shining it up. And have your eyes closed, and see that you're breathing, if possible, in and out through your nose. This is for the lung system. You can breathe in and visualize white light. That's the color that belongs with it. There's also a season. I haven't been talking about the seasons so far, but the season for this movement is autumn. Maybe that makes sense with this movement and with the color white, and breathing in contentment. That brings me back to playing in leaves with my siblings, We'd rake them up in the biggest pile we could, and then we'd jump in, mass them all up, and then do it again. That was a combination of joy and contentment. Another one that comes to mind for me is being at the lake. Like here, we had a cabin some 30 miles away from here when I was growing up. And we had those black inner tubes, which got so hot in the sun. So if you know what I'm talking about, and me, my sister, my two brothers would float on them in the lake, and we'd be just floating along and being all happy. And then one of my brothers, usually Stephen, would come and start a inner tube fight where he'd try to knock you off. And so that's contentment for me. What's contentment for you as you do this? Now I'm going to be quiet for the next 3 minutes or so, best of my ability. And I just want you to experience contentment in any way that comes to you. Breathing in white light, letting it come into every cell, tissue, and organ. Softening, softening, softening. And know that the lung system includes the lungs, and of course the nose and sinuses, but also the large intestine. So open yourself up to the experience of contentment. Breathing in as you go to the left, breathing in, and then as you go to the right, breathe out. And if your body, your chi wants to move you in perhaps a infinity sign or what however, or your chi just wants you to stop even. If you feel that, go along with it the best you can. Because your chi has the intelligence for your healing. And there could be a blockage somewhere where if you're twisted way to the left, that'll open it up. Or if you stop at some point. That'll help open it. And then you might have an experience like heat or goosebumps or even an ache or even a Charlie horse. I've had that. So keep breathing. That's your job. Keep breathing. Allow your mind to sit in that little hammock and just notice what's going on. And what if we said good morning to our lung system? What if we said thank you for the miracles that happen inside our body every moment of every day? So we can use this form to experience our world and interact with other beings, our pets, our land, our cars, our family, neighbors, sky. Doesn't that sound beautiful? So when you're ready, we'll come back to center. And just hold that for a little bit and breathe in and out. And maybe breathe through, like the front of your body and through this little heart shape into the lower dantian and back. And see what that feels like. Or breathe through your heart or your eyeballs, whatever you would like. Just enjoy that you are alive and you are both light and form. And then release and bring your other foot back in, your right foot back in. And we'll breathe in and feel Mother Earth even more generously, bringing energy up through you. As you do, you slowly feel unraveling of worries, aches, pains, grief, sadness, depression, anything releasing out, and they fly out of your hands as butterflies or shooting stars, whatever you would like. And then start to feel a sun so warm, hot, even above you, pouring down beautiful light in whatever colors come to you. And you feel it on the top of your head and going through your body and your shoulders and your skin and through all your bones. And it's love, it's joy, it's happiness, it's contentment and gratitude. And then you can slowly open your eyes. Ouch. Slowly open your eyes and rub your hands together. When you're ready, rub your face. So we take 2 fingers and slide them up the sides of the nose with a little bit of pressure, and then rub around your face like a heart shape. And you want to have contact with your fingers along the outside of your face, because there are all these energy buttons there. And then you can cup the top of your head and the base of your head, and you can rub your ears, pull down the earlobes. And as it's Saturday here, I'm going to go a little longer and give you more of the soothing exercises. So this is the soothing part. And then we go, did I harvest? Well, we'll harvest to change the second. Then we go to the C7. Let's massage that. And I don't know that I actually had us harvest, but it harvested automatically. But we are going to do it the right way. And while you're massaging that C7, just see everything you experienced today everything you felt, all the contentment and joy and happiness and peace and gratitude that you experienced, come into a ball of light in the lower dantian, and you can see it. And you spin it, and it gets brighter and smaller and brighter and smaller and brighter and smaller and even brighter and even smaller, as it magically turns into a tiny little energy pill you tuck deep behind the navel. And then if you want to continue with more soothing, we'll just cup or tap your arms up and down. Start on the left side and then go to the right. Feel that calmness. We want to bring the calmness we experienced, the contentment, into our day. So it's not like, okay, done with your exercise, hit the showers, we're going to release it all and just do our day normally. Let's bring in what we learned. Let's bring in what we felt. Let's bring in the connection to peace and contentment. And we'll take a giant 10,000 hand breath in. Visualize 10,000 more hands popping out of your body and gathering gifts from the universe. And you can kind of look like you're lifting your chin a little bit, even with your eyes closed. And on your brain screen, Master Lynn likes to call it brain screen. So you're visualizing inside, just see your what's the word? See your audience. Everyone who loves you, everyone you've ever loved, they're cheering you on, and they're pouring in gifts for you. And you bring your hands together and you bring them down on the top of your head. Accept the gifts of the universe. Let them draw into your chi field and body. Bring in any healing and let go of, well, I'm grateful for healing, but we're going to let all the buts go and just stay with, I'm grateful for the healing. My channels are open, open, open. All my channels are open. All blockages are gone, and I'm completely healed, completely healed. That's a beautiful way to end a practice, or just to talk to yourself throughout the day. As we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I send you many, many blessings and look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Have a beautiful day.